Hello everyone, happy Monday. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. So this week, as usual, I have your weekly dose of ghost stories and makeup for you all. And it is a Halloweeny kind of special. Every story today has a picture or a video alongside it to make it that slightly a little bit more spooky. So just before we get into today's video, I've been trying to show you this for a few weeks now, but you know, I mess up everything. And this isn't sponsored or anything like that. It was just a gift that was really kindly sent to me. And this is from the Yorkshire Printing Company. It's a cup, but it says Ghost Stories and Makeup Monday. So they custom made this one for me, which I absolutely love. I'm so thankful. Look how cool that is. So this is now my cup I'm going to use on Mondays, because when you're reading, a lot of the time you get really like, so it's nice to, you know, have something to drink, and what a perfect way. And it also sent me a Jack Skellington one, and I made for Christmas one, and a Hocus Pocus one, which I absolutely adore. And they've actually given me a discount code for you to use on their Etsy shop if you want to get something also. The code is Robert10 and you can get 10% off absolutely anything. I'll leave a link below and the discount code to remember. How cool is this? I just love it so much. So if this is your first time joining me here on a Monday, like I said, I read ghost stories today, and I do a makeup look based on A Way to Die. So if you have any ghost stories, weird experiences, just anything that's a little bit creepy, go ahead and send them here to this email address and they will be read out, maybe, probably. So just before we talk about today's look, I always like to say that this series is very much based on Bailey Saren's Murder Mystery and Makeup Mondays. Leave a link below to her channel also, although I'm very sure you already know who she is. Okay, so today's look, I panicked this morning. I was like, I'm filming today and I haven't done anything. I haven't thought of anything. And I keep thinking of ways to die. I'm like, I've done that already. So on Twitter, someone suggested that I do dying from being so tired. And I was like, perfect, because I mean, it couldn't be more true. So what I want to do is like carve out my eyes, make myself look really sleepy, but also like, you know, fashion. So that is the look we are doing today. Okay. So let's begin, shall we? Our first email says, "Hi Robert, I've just discovered you and can't stop watching your videos. Thank you. I don't have a story for you, more of a weird video. I have a motion activated camera outside my front door." Oh, I should be doing my makeup. Okay. "Late one night of last year, our camera went off and it was just a spider setting it off. No big deal, right? After you see the spider go off the camera, you can see an orb appear right where the spider was. And it dances all through the yard." And they have attached a video, so let's take a look at this. Okay, spider dropping in. Cute. Being cute. Oh, there it is.
The hell is that? Get out. Get.
Oh God, your dog doesn't like her.
Fuck is that?
That was really strange. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know. You know, when people like try to come up with reasons, a firefly, a regular fly, a metallic fly. But the way it moved and the way it stopped for a while was almost like it had, or like it was very conscious of what it was doing. Not that animals aren't, but you know. Also, your dogs reacted like my dogs react to anything. Let's just bark, even though we don't know what we're barking at. How strange. See, I've ordered a Ring doorbell, but you see all these videos, it's like, now I don't want one, because I'm either going to see a ghost or a murderer, or someone stealing like my Amazon packages. So you can't win. Thank you so much for sending that in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I absolutely loved your response to that. That would have been mine. So I kind of want this makeup to be like if Tim Burton did like a really modern animation, you know, like the really nice animations he does, but it was an influencer. Okay, our next story says, "Hi Robert, thank you for reading my story. My pleasure, thank you for sending it in. I hope you enjoy it. I just want to say I truly love your videos. I have learned so much about makeup from you and just seems like you're the kindest soul." Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your incredible talents with us. Anywho, I happen to live in a notoriously haunted town in Northwest Florida. It is the oldest city in North America, and with that comes a rich history. There's an old fort where we live, built by the Spaniards to protect the town, and was used as a military prison for many years. Having grown up in this town, my friends and I would often play around in the fort, rolling down the surrounding hills and playing hide and go seek, hiding around the dark corners. One day when I was around 13 years old, my two friends and I decided to pay to get into the fort, as it is now a national monument. My friends and I wanted to explore on our own, and one of my friends had a new camera we could take pictures on. As we were exploring, we came to a small opening in the coquina bricks, I don't know what it means, which was around half the height of a normal doorway. This was the old gunpowder room, although there were rumours that it was in fact used as a torture room. It is open to the public, but to get in you must crawl on your hands and knees or stoop very low. My friends and I entered the room and began to take pictures of each other. We honestly were not even considering the possibility of it being haunted, and we were just having fun. At one point, we were all alone in a room, and I was taking pictures of my friends, trying to get the perfect picture of them jumping in the air, classic High School Musical jump if you know what I mean. I told them to come look at the pictures to see if we got any good ones. And as we were going through the pictures, we noticed one that had orbs everywhere. We looked closer and saw that there was something strange in the corner. Something that looked like a little girl with black eyes and hair, and her arms crossed over her chest. At that moment, we looked at each other, jaws dropped, and we screamed. We crawled out of that room faster than you can imagine. We showed the people who work at the fort, who all alleged that it was one of the creepiest pictures anyone had ever taken there. I will attach a picture for you to decide what you think, but to this day it still gives me chills when I look at it. Thank you for reading my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful evening. Lots of love from Florida. P.S. I blurred out my friends' faces to respect their privacy. That's the black schools. Yes, no problem. Oh, I don't want to look at that. I can't look at it. I just saw it. That is fucking terrifying. Laticia, you've been surpassed in fear. That is creepy as fuck. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna put on the screen. If you didn't like Laticia, you're not going to like this. That's all I'm saying. If you're not familiar with Laticia, one of the scariest pictures we've had on this. I can't remember what episode it is. I'll leave it in the link below when I find it. Okay, I'm going to put this picture up on the screen in 3, 2, 1. So this is not their friend. This is just some girl hanging out, being a ghost. I hate it so much. I hate that. Okay, I'm going to take the picture down in 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? What do you think? What? I mean, that's going to scar me for a few weeks now. But I love it. Thank you so much for sending that in. What an incredible, incredible picture to have. Let me get out that email quick. So I'm going to cut my crease. So as is custom on this channel, we have Marcus reading us some stories. Take it away. Take it away. Take it away now. Now.
Hi Robert. Happy Halloween week, and happy 7:30 in the morning waking up panicking realising we haven't recorded this bit. Hopefully this year you all have a lovely safe Halloween, which probably just involves staying at home and watching Hocus Pocus. Okay, here's a couple of stories for you. This first one is called Ghost Caught on Camera. Hi Robert. I absolutely love your videos and I'm totally hooked on your ghosts and makeup series. I luckily have never had any run-ins with ghosts or spirits. However, my aunt frequently has experienced many paranormal activities in her home in an older part of Nevada near Reno. She says she's not scared by it as she is used to it by now. Last year she noticed that something had caught her dog's attention. It seemed to be following something with its eyes. She pulled out her phone and began to record. You can see a black mass move along the side of her bed and then fly out the frame. As the camera pans across the room, you see a person walking into a bathroom. She was home alone when she took this video. I get goosebumps every time I see it. I hope you enjoy. I've personally just mustered up the courage to watch that, and now I won't sleep for a fortnight or two. Thank you for your lovely story, and well, it's not lovely at all, it's a horrendous story. This second story is called Ghost in a Hotel Pool. Hi, this is short, but back in 2013, my friends and I were staying overnight at a hotel I was working at. While we were swimming, we took pictures as usual for me. Later that night, I was uploading the pictures in the hotel lobby as to not wake up my friends, and I came across this picture of me and my two other friends by the edge of the pool. Their faces are covered because we aren't friends anymore. Anyway, I had used the self-timer so no one else, nor any pool toys were present, and I noticed the face behind us wasn't lit up from the flash like ours. I don't really have answers on what it is. I wish I did. Thank you for reading my story. Love your channel. Well, I've had a good look at that photo, and I've come to a reasonable conclusion on it, that is the Loch Ness Monster. So that's at least one mystery we can solve today. Goodbye.
What that first one, how terrifying, that glimpse of just something or someone running into... I would instantly be like, hey, someone needs to move in with me straight away. I can't live in this house by myself with stuff like that happening. That is terrifying. Thank you so much for sending that video. Thank you. And that picture in a swimming pool. What is it? Something about swimming pools are really creepy as well. I don't know what it is, but there's like a lot of like videos of random arms in swimming pools and random heads and faces. Thank you so much for sending those in. I really appreciate it. Oh, this is a creepy one today. You know what? I just want to just finish this before I get on reading, because I'm not going to be able to read anything in a minute. I wanted to take it almost like comically high, you know? So it does like a little bit more Tim Burton-esque. Okay, I just want to make it a little bit more shiny, because like I'm tired, but I've tried to cover it up with something shiny. That's the theme now. Okay, I'm taking too long, so I'm just going to do my concealer and foundation very quickly. Perfect timing, we actually have an audio, which is perfect because I feel like I haven't got anything done. Let's go. This is called Picture Proof of Spirit / Ghost.
Hi Robert, I hope you're well. I just want to say that I really love watching your videos, and I really enjoy hearing all the ghost stories, so I thought that I would share my own. I am pretty certain that I have picture proof of a ghost. So basically, I come from a small town up north in Scotland. It's the last town that you go through before you go up the Glens. It's called Kirriemuir. And my friend lived in lived in a sort of old townhouse. The factory workers used to work there like years and years ago, because there was quite a lot of old factories in Kirriemuir. And there were strange things happening in our house. So I think she said things like stuff about lights would be on that wasn't on before. And one time she was sitting on the bed with her mum in her room, and they were just chatting, and she had a sort of little mirror that stood up on her bedside table, and it was up against the wall, and it just literally flew off and fell to the floor. And they had just been sitting, and it wasn't like there was any windows open or anything like that. So they were both really creeped out. And then one day I got a Snapchat from my friend, and she was sitting on the toilet, and she sent me a Snapchat saying, "Do you see that?" And it seemed like right next to her, there was a figure watching her. And as soon as I saw it, I literally crap myself, because my gran is a medium, so she is in contact with the spirit world, and she used to draw figures. Like if the the spirits that she would see, she would sometimes see them and she would draw them. And I always remember they had like a big hood, slanted slit eyes, a really, really narrow nose, and like a slit mouth as well. Like it was all really like narrow and pointy. And the figure in that picture looks exactly like the kind of figures that my gran used to draw, are really, really similar. So we screenshot it and we turned up the saturation, and if you zoom in on it, you can see a clearly defined, like 2 eyes, clearly defined, a clearly defined nose and mouth, the hood shape. It's like it's wearing like a hood, and it has 2 hands pressed up against the wall staring at her. And it is probably the most physical proof I have ever had of a spirit or a ghost. And when we tried to show it to people, a lot of people just tried to brush off being like, oh, it's just shadows. But we tried so hard to recreate it, and there was just physically no way to do it. It's so defined. There's literally eyeballed in that photo if you zoom in. So that is my story. It's really creepy. Let me know what you think about the photos that I've attached, because I swear down that that is proof of a spirit. Bye.
Thank you so much. Things like this just terrify me. These pictures, like, there's something really scary about, there's always one thing that scares me, and it's this picture, you know, it's like, is it Jesus in the shroud? Is that what it's called? Where it's like, this is Jesus's face. And then I always remember when I was younger, there was like this miracle on TV and people going crazy because the Virgin Mary appeared on the side of a window. And there's something that really scares me about an apparition not being a physical there apparition and being more of a imprint or a shadow. So those pictures actually scare me. And then to say that your grandmother drew these pictures of these spirits and they look just like that. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see if I can get one more in here for you today. Honestly, all I've done is just piss about. I feel like I've just taken too long. Oh, I feel really disorganized. I'm going to get these lashes on and then I will finish up with one more story. Okay, lashes are on. Let's do this. So, hi Robert, I'm a huge fan who just recently started watching your videos. Thank you. Your looks are absolutely beautiful. I want to share with you an experience that not only caught me off guard, but will forever haunt me. It may be long, so bear with me, thank you, and it's absolutely fine, as long as you have. I'm a real estate assistant for my mother-in-law. I do various tasks for her, including going with her to show clients' houses and hosting open houses for our own listings. We had recently put up a listing of a beautiful older home that was made for multi-generational purposes. It was meant to have multiple or large families living in it. It had a beautiful finished upstairs, as well as a half-finished basement, the downstairs portion. My mother-in-law asked me to go with her to the first open house for this listing, so we packed up and headed for the home. Upon entering the house, I immediately felt an off energy. It wasn't threatening, but it was almost like it was making me feel cautious. Now, most people would be like, get the hell out of there, but as somebody who has had many experiences with the paranormal, I wasn't easily frightened. I knew not to acknowledge the feelings and go about my business. We had gone to the house early so that we could set out our water and cookies and to turn on all the lights for potential clients. My mother-in-law and I split up. She did the upstairs and I went to the downstairs. Now this energy was changing. I wasn't feeling cautious anymore. I was feeling nervous. I felt like something was following me. I tried my best to stay focused, and I began going to the individual rooms to turn on the lights. I get to one end of the basement that has a finished room in it. Inside, there's a saloon-type door to the closet. I began hearing the words, "Get out," in a deep, gravelly voice. I take out my phone and start recording. What I captured next does not only scare me every time, but makes me fearful of the family that lives there now. As I'm walking through the room that has the saloon doors, I hear "Get out" over and over, but it's increasingly getting louder. Then I feel a burst of air hit my face and the doors behind me swinging. I turn and the saloon doors are moving as if someone pushed them open. At that point, I'm still trying to not have a mental breakdown. In the video, you can hear the "Get out." I hiked my butt up the stairs like I had been running marathons my entire life. I immediately showed my mother-in-law, but she thought I was playing a prank on her. Fast forward to the months after the house sells. A mutual friend of mine posted in our community page about getting info/history about deaths on the land and or house she owns. She says she's been having several encounters with something in her home, and it's also messing with her children. To my surprise, when I opened the comments, I find out it's the exact house I was at. I reached out to her and shared my experience. Since then, I have not heard anything from her. Thank you for reading, and I hope you enjoyed my scary tale. I hope to never have this experience again. I also apologise for the video being crappy quality. I had to screen record it off my Facebook group because the original phone I had recorded it on broke. I might turn it up and see if we can hear the get out a little bit clearer.
The fuck?
It would be interesting to know, like, the history of that place. Was there somebody who, like, made the house and had this idea in mind that, you know, their families were going to live there for generations and now it's being sold on and, you know, that's not their plan? So, like, just get out. I spent money building this, you know? Oh, thank you so much for sending it in. Thank you for all those videos and audios and everything recordings today. Yeah, happy Halloween. Have an amazing Halloween week because that's the thing. Be safe if you choose to go out, if you're allowed to go out. I don't think we are here, unfortunately. Thank you so much for joining me. You can go ahead and send your ghost stories right here to this email address. Like I said, have an amazing week. Be safe and I will see you very soon. Bye.